Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage. One last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. And we'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida Gators. 3-Day Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit, and here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass finds the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
They're going to throw for it on third and short. Receiver makes the grab. He goes down, but the important thing is enough to move the sticks in a fresh set of downs.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, that's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Physical run earns the first down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And the Roadrunners with 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller and allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Makes a quick catch. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And the Roadrunners are in the red zone now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Here's the target, and it's complete. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. And the quarterback dropping back. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second and goal for the offense. Looking to throw it again. He's got it right near the end zone. And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
They break the huddle for third down and goal, and they punch it in from the 1. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA. Extra point try coming now. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And the single back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Now it's second down here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Not much on that play. Brought down short. Third down coming up after that running play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the Gators will have to punt this one away. We'll call for the fair catch here. UTSA offense is back out on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Let's it fly to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Escapes the pocket.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry up. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. That's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Runs through the defender. Tough running there. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. But I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on an offensive line and their running back.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Hit just as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
But to avoid another punt here in the second drive, they got to convert here on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the Roadrunners offense back out on the field now. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Looks like he's going to run it. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary. Tried to force it in there. And it doesn't work out.
So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course thinking touchdown. The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. Kick is up and no good. Lead remains at 14 after the miss.
You know, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head or kicker.
The Gators offense retakes the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Breaking free at midfield. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw to the left side. That's a bullet, but it's incomplete.
They don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Going to try to use his legs here. Get some space around the 30. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Running back has it on the screen now. They bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen. The Gators are in the red zone. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Here's the toss play now. Running to the right. Fights through a tackle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down. Ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Roadrunners offense is back out there now. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Looking for his big tight end. Fired into a tight window and picked off. That's a short return, but the pick whites out of scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. There's a design quarterback keeper. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've got a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack in this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Running out of time in the pocket. And he's got it. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground. Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. Running a quarterback sneak here. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. The Gators will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. There's a run call on 3rd and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. This college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
This one will be fair caught. UTSA offense back out there. The last possession ended quickly. Interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Second down play coming up. We'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught quickly. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. And the Roadrunners line up on 1st and 10. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
in the red zone. Every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pass is hauled in over the middle. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
And the Roadrunners looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Strong game by this quarterback.
Now this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. Nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return starts from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. He's running out of time here. And the freshman able to get home with the sack. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
I mean, it's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He lets it go on the move. He's got his man in the open field. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half. First down and 10 now. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Took contact on the throw. The pass is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, UTSA. And the defense adds such an interception return.
Boy, what a job by the defensive coordinator and the execution of this defense. Everybody's covered downfield, nowhere for the quarterback to go, and they get pressure on him. The ball's in the air, and a great awareness to be able to come down with the interception and take it all the way to the house.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He's going for a big play downfield. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's complete on the crossing route. Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch, and he'll pick up the first down, stop at the 27.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Receivers are bunched together. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. On the run here. Lets it go. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. When they bring him down, that's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progression. You've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
They attack the deep middle of this defense, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
And the Gators looking to keep this drive rolling. First down, looking to throw the ball. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion makes it 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Lets it go quickly. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Gators. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Being set to kick the ball off now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. UTSA offense is back out on the field now. And the last time they scored a touchdown, and they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop. Quarterback takes off now with a scramble. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness and keeps this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab made by the tight end. He'll go down there after picking up a few yards. Not going to be enough for the first.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
The Roadrunners getting set on 1st and 10. Handoff in a single back formation. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it falls incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Snags a quick throw. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
A completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Quarterback drops back. You're going to test the secondary. And the defender gets a hand in here to break the pass up.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting in the way of that and knocking it away.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down in town. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Just much like we saw in the 1st half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you can close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
After the 2nd down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. Pass caught, can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. Oh, he's got some space here. They bring him down, but that's good work by the return team. He found the lane, and so this drive's going to start with decent field position. The Gators offense retakes the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Breaking tackles. Breaks loose at the 40. Unleashes the stiff arm. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
The old toss play, man. This is a play that used to be so popular in college football when teams ran out of the I formation. Nowadays, you can pretty much run the toss out of almost any formation. But the key is still sealing the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle. You got to seal the edge to be able to allow your back to get to the corner.
Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Chris, that ball gets tipped and goes straight up into the air. That's anybody's ball. The defense does a really good job down in this area expecting the pass. The ball's in the air. Ball gets tipped. Keep in mind, the offense or the defense can get underneath that for a play, and the ball hits the ground for an incompletion.
He's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. He's picked for a third time tonight. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway. Here comes the Roadrunners offense back out on the field now. This group has been clicking, really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments, come up with a stop here.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's looking to scramble. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Offense looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
The back's got it. Gets into space at the 50. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Finally tackled down at the 17-yard line. Now this offense in great scoring position. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but just no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Trying to run it in, but the defense stops him short of the goal line.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
And it's good. And they add to their lead.
Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain. Here's the second down play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead. I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
UTSA is good. They still trail, though. Here's the kickoff team now. Set to boot this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time, threw it behind the receiver.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line.
Oh, and it's picked off, a crushing mistake. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
He's escaping the pocket now. In the clear at the 25. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Kirk, you look for rust, you look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
And the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the UTSA offense back out there. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looking to scramble. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Makes a quick catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The quarterback delivers complete to the right side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup that you want to exploit, take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up a first down.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
A nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Press coverage now from these DBs. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide-open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Quarterback drops back, finds his target, and it's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, when you're trying to close a game out, this is the kind of play that you need. Exactly. The quarterback makes a great throw. Good effort by the receiver. They pick up the first down, and now they can continue to work that clock to be able to secure this W.
And the quarterback just takes a knee. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.